All right, welcome back, everybody. Another episode of House of Cards, number 41. We are cranking along here. I hope you are enjoying the video content we've been putting out. And if you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And we are going to get right into this video because it's a nice, short but sweet mail day with quite a few cool offerings here. A lot of GOAT cards. You know, got the all-time legends in soccer and football and basketball in here. So, okay, one kind of new baby GOAT, but you know, for the most part, we keep it to the classics. And we really just kind of get a nice variety of different cards and different, you know, everything from stickers from the 80s all the way up to, you know, ultra modern stuff. So without further ado, we will get right into it and enjoy this Monday mailbag. All right, here we go. All right, let's do some work here. When I say work, I mean open mail. Not really work. All right, so let's see. All right, another refractor. Yeah, me and my cat were playing, got a little aggressive on our playing, so hence the giant scratch marks on my hand. No animals were harmed, don't worry. All right, so this is the, sorry, I'm spacing out on the year, 2011 Topps Chrome Breeze refractor. And again, pretty deep into his career. Definitely not an early card by any means, but it's you know, just still, I don't know why there's a piece of, oh, let me get that. There's a piece of paper towel jammed in there. All right. From the outside, it looks pretty centered. But I'll take out this terrible top layer. Yeah, it looks good. Centering is gorgeous. Yeah, I can't complain. And again, these Topps Chrome cards, your number one problem is scratches. Even, I mean, it doesn't matter year, nothing. I mean, even to this day, Topps Chrome cards come out scratched. So I don't know why they can't seem to make cards that don't scratch or not scratch cards in the process of making them, but they come out with scratches all the time. So we'll take a look at this one a little closer, but yeah, it's just another cool breeze to have. Okay, we'll go this way. Again, if it's this painter's tape, I can just peel it right off and all's well. But I get it. Not everyone has painter's tape laying around if you're not doing this as a full-time hobby. All right, this card is awesome. If I can disconnect it from the, Jesus. Never try to shame anybody for doing good packaging work, but sometimes it gets a little too creative. You know what I mean? Okay. Whew. All right, so this is a card I've been having my eye on for a minute. It's a 92 Topps Gold Michael Jordan. So, and again, apologies if anyone on this, you know, listening to this is a educated collector, because you know some of these things are pretty common knowledge, but you know, I assume there's people of all different walks watching this. So 92 is the first year Topps started back with basketball. So as you know, the Topps Gold Shaquille O'Neal from the set is an absolute monster card now, blowing up. And you know, not only is it the, you know, for Topps first, you know, return to basketball cards, but it was obviously Shaquille O'Neal's rookie card and all that good stuff. So there's a base set that's not gold, and then there's the gold parallels, which came, you know, like I think one or something per pack, or it depends what kind, but anyways, you get it, they're not as common. So when I started thinking about it, and I was like, hey, you know, if this is the first Topps card that, you know, ever since they stopped making basketball cards back in the 80s, this would be the first Topps Michael Jordan card, which it is. And, you know, I think it's obviously super collectible for that reason. And I think it's kind of, not that I'm like, was the first person to ever think of this. It definitely wasn't. I think this is common knowledge throughout the hobby, but, you know, just kind of when you're kind of thinking about like unturned stones that might still have potential, I started thinking about this card because, you know, all the Michael Jordan cards from, you know, the late 80s, like the, you know, 88, 89 Fleers and the, you know, 90 hoops and all that stuff, they're blowing up right now. But this is the first Topps card that he did. So I think this card, I think, has a lot of potential. It's not cheap yet. I mean, it's already kind of taken its first jump in price. I got this one for, I gotta look again, it was like 80 something bucks, I believe. But, you know, now they're definitely clocking over $100 raw, not graded. But it's a cool card. They're not super hard to grade. You know, the Shaquille O'Neals, you know, I think they've all been really picked over, but I think the Michael Jordan's, not a lot of people thought about these back in the days as far as like a gradable card, because like, oh, it's like a whatever, like 8th year Michael Jordan card, who cares, you know? And it's, you know, quote unquote a base card, but it's something that I think has a little bit of more, you know, historical significance as it being his first Topps card. So, you know, if you play that game as, you know, you're interested in the first, you know, brand of players and stuff, this could definitely have some big upside. So anyways, cool card. I thought it would be a nice one to have in the collection, and it's got some of my favorite Portland Trailblazers in there too. You know, you got Cliff Robinson, RIP, you got Clyde Drexler, I think that's Danny Ainge. Anyways, nice card. Definitely would take a look at this if you guys are interested, but condition is always important, obviously. So spend some time picking around, looking for nice centered ones that have potential to grade well. So we'll see how this does. All right, let's get into this. Very nice. Painter's tape. Good job. See how nice and easy that is compared to masking tape or whatever else there is. All right. Another one. So many of these. I mean, it's such a good buy, man. I just think people are kind of sleeping on some of these Rogers rookie cards because they're just very, very affordable. I mean, there's obviously expensive ones too. Like you get the bone, you know, the Topps Chrome and stuff like that. But some of these, you know, kind of lower end sets are pretty darn cheap and good pickups, especially right now when it's the off season and, you know, there's not much hype around Rodgers. You know, he just won MVP. There's still a lot of people that are, you know, not really thinking about him. So this one looks decent. I think it's probably a 9. The centering is great. That's why I bought it. There's just a little slight edge issue here. Very, very slight. But it's nothing that I don't think would, you know, knock it down to like say an 8 or something. I think this is probably in the ballpark of a 9, but I'll give it a deeper dive later. All right, this one came international. So just, he's always sketching me out. I'm always too worried about international because I get so many are just like loose and not even in top loaders or anything. So again, like we talked about before, it's just the culture wasn't quite there as far as protecting your cards and making sure they're in good, you know, in good shape. So I always take the real extra precautions with the international ones. Looks like this one is in the top loader though, so that's good. There we go. All right. Very cool. So this is Maradona. This is a World Cup sticker. So this is the story. So the stories are a little bit different than the other ones. So They're not as sought after, but they're definitely still good. So I believe this is the 86 World Cup. I'll have to double check that. I'm just going off the top of my head here. I've ordered quite a few of his stickers recently, so not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it's 86 because I remember it's rookie 79. So you got, you know, there's the 82 World Cup and then the 86. So the 82 I know is pretty pricey, and that one is fetching pretty high dollars right now. But the 86 one is moderately priced, so I do think, you know, there's still opportunity there if people are interested. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It looks like it's in good shape. Stickers are tricky though, because you just never know. PSA grades them really weird. I don't really, you know, I know how to grade a card, like, you know, pretty darn good. I can probably 9 out of 10 times tell you what grade it's gonna get. But stickers, I've seen stickers go in that look good, and then they come back and they're just like garbage grades. So and again, since they're so thin, it's really hard to, like, you know, they're just really delicate and you can't do much, you know, in terms of like what could happen to them. There's so, you know, like this one's got a little bit of a funky corner, but it's not, you know, it's nothing crazy, but there's just like a little mark or something there. I don't know. Anyways, these things are so old and stuff, I don't think people are expecting 10s. I think a lot of collectors are, you know, it's like any vintage stuff, you're expecting maybe a 7 or an 8 is if you're happy with, and if you get a 9, it's like, what the, you know, that's like the holy grail almost of vintage cards. And I know this is 86, it's not like quote unquote vintage, but it's, you know, it's old enough to be to not have high expectations of. So anyways, this is pretty sweet. Add this to my Maradona collection. So one of the GOATs, rest in peace. Alright guys, let's get into this little box here. Typically when you send priority mail small boxes, it's a graded card. Kind of silly to send something like a raw card in that. So I'm guessing it's a graded card. Wow, very well protected. All right, oh, got the obligatory business card, but that's okay. Give them some love. So this is DC Sports Cards 87. Check them out. So I got somebody that I've been feeling is very under appreciated right now. That is Mr. Zion Williamson. So this is his 1920 Donruss Optic. So his you know, first Optic card, obviously, and it's very I love this card personally. It's kind of funny, he's kind of like, you know, like cradling, listening to the basketball whisper in his ear or whatever's going on in that picture. But the portraits on these cards are just beautiful. You know, you talk about like cards that look like artwork, you know, I think definitely, you know, Optic rated rookie cards are pretty darn cool. So I have a few base ones that are off at PSA right now, so I wanted to grab some color, and this one popped up and it was a pretty good deal. I got it for you'll see it on the screen, but I think it was mid $300, which is, you know, pretty darn close to how much the base cards are going for. It's a smidge over, and this is graded. So this is actually BGS 9.5, but this is a what we call a true gem, because you have quad 9.5s, so pretty much a solid candidate if I wanted to cross it over to a PSA and hope for a 10. It looks really clean, just kind of glancing at it right now. I don't see any kind of issues with it at all. Usually the surface on optics you just got to be a little careful with, because they get little scuffs pretty easily on those, especially with the really dark background like that. So he's got to be careful with that. But yeah, man, it looks pretty good. Yeah, I couldn't really see anything that would cause it to not get a crossover. But I don't know. I might just keep it in the BGS and roll with it because, you know, I think it's going to increase in value. And Zion's playing lights out right now too, man. I mean, he's just like killing it right now. He's got one of the highest PERs in the league right now. You know, he's just very consistent right now. He's playing great team basketball. You know, he's averaging like, I got to double check, but like I would say 25-ish points a game right now. To double check that was probably wrong, but anyways, the last few games I've been watching, he's been like above 30 points every game. Super consistent, just down, you know, playing good kind of old school basketball down on the block. Just, you know, I like that. I kind of miss that basketball. I know right now everything's like young guns, 3-pointers, you know, all that good stuff, but man, I miss just like a real powerhouse down low that can just turn and just, you know, throw it out on somebody. So I appreciate his game, and you know, I think the Pelicans, if they can sneaky get into the playoffs and maybe even get like one playoff, you know, round win, you know, I mean, that could be huge for Zion, because I think, you know, you know, this is his first full uninterrupted season, you know, so, you know, give the man, you know, some time to develop. But I mean, seeing this is his first full season, I mean, I can only see him getting better and better and better. And, you know, and again, his team is okay. They're decent, you know, they're good, but they're not, you know, great. He doesn't have, you know, a LeBron or, you know, a Steph Curry, you know, in the supporting role. So I don't think, you know, you can say he's showing his full potential yet. So just wait. I think he's going to be sneaky, not sneaky because everyone obviously knows Zion, but I think kind of people are sleeping on him right now because I think he was all the rage and then he just kind of got quiet. And even though he's playing great, his prices aren't going up as much as you think they would, as, you know, as reactive as his market is. So anyways, we'll quit yapping, but that was Zion, nice here, purple optic. So I'm gonna keep this guy for a little while. I'm excited about this card for sure. Okay, let's see what we got. Huh, okay. Lots of cardboard. That's all right. Slip it on out there. All right, very cool. So this is not a rookie card, but it is a 2006 World Cup card of Leno Messi. So this is his first World Cup card. So this is only, you know, 2 years after his rookie season, which was 04. So this was the first World Cup. As you may or may not know, he didn't win, and he still hasn't won a World Cup, which is something kind of interesting for him and Ronaldo. Neither one of them has won a World Cup, but they've definitely, you know, done some good things in the World Cups. But because this is his first World Cup, it is a pretty, you know, coveted card, and I know they're selling for a pretty good chunk of change right now. So I wanted to grab one raw here and test my luck at grading these. They're a little bit easier to grade than stickers are, just because they're true cards and they're not the real thin, flimsy stickers. So hopefully we'll have some luck with this one. So there you go. Okay, that's it for this week. Not as crazy as weeks past. Definitely had a little bit of a shorter mail delivery week because I think a lot of the weather and stuff around the US was causing some delays. So we'll get some of those packages that were supposed to show up this past week probably in the coming week. So we'll probably have another busy mail day for the next video. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this one. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, you learned something, you laughed, you saw something that you've never seen before, go ahead and hit the like button. And I really appreciate it because I know that not everyone watches these all the way through. So if you did make it to the end and you're watching this, thank you. All right, that's it for now, guys. We will see you on the next one. Peace.